Hey guys! What's up? Today I am going to teach how to draw hands and feet by covering these topics. So stay tuned and welcome to my channel. Don't forget to subscribe before we move on to the introduction. Whether you're sketching comics, painting anime characters, or working on figure studies, hands and feet often end up being the trickiest to draw, and the easiest to hide. But instead of dodging them, let's master them. This video tutorial is designed to help you understand structure, personality and gesture, flow and force, quick blocking, effective referencing, personality-based stylization, speedy workflow. So, let's jump in and get those hands dirty. Why study yourself? Your body is your best reference. Start with your own hand and feet. Take a photo, move it around, record its gestures to understand trends. Start with your own hand and feet. Take a photo, move it around, record its gestures to understand joint movements and positions, its proportions, etc. Observe and study, from each angle and pose, stretch, squeeze, twist, bend, fold. Shape, length and size. Observe and study how different skin types, its textures, tones and thickness exist. How it affects each character personality and the gestures we draw. How it impacts joint creases and overall skin surface due to thick or thin skin as well as the mass density of the fingers. Skin colors, tones and textures. Below is an example of basic varieties of our skins. These are most commonly used color tones to distinguish between different characters based on geology and races. Hand color zones. The different color zones in our hands would not only help you in choosing the right type of colors, but also brings your painting to life. Underside versus outer side. Underside of our hands and feet are always lighter than the top. Rest of the areas either have darker tones or mid-tones. This diagram explains it. Body types and skin thickness. This diagram demonstrates the three basic body types, fat on the left, average in the center and thin on the right. How skin thickness differs in each one of these, let's see in the next diagram. First one is of a fat/obese person with very thick but soft skin layer. Hence the elasticity. Second is a normal skin with perfect elasticity and skin thickness. The last one is a very wrinkled skin of an elderly person. It's thin and sagging, hence the elasticity. Reminds me of Plastic Man from DC Comics, LOL. Understand the structure, comparison between hand and feet proportions based on gender and age. A. See how diagram A representing an adult male, has the largest hand. Diagrams B and C, representing an elderly hand and an adult female hand respectively, are smaller in proportion compared to A. Lastly, diagram D representing a child, is the smallest of all. The next diagram shows us the feet in the same sequence, but this time from two angles, which is the side view and the top view. This makes things clearer to understand in terms of proportion and size. Foot arches. This diagram shows us the 3-foot arch types. Both high arch, PS cavus, and flat arch, PS planus, can be signs of various foot conditions and can contribute to other issues. Use this while designing criminal/handicap characters to give some distinct and memorable personality. Let's go further and take an example this time of different feet impressions of kids from different age groups. This helps understand anatomical development at the earlier stage of human growth. While drawing/designing multiple kids from varied age groups, focus on keeping these minor details. This creates variation in their personalities as they become easily recognizable through their feet itself. Our entire hand equals the size covering the area between instep and toes. Feet are like palms, but reversed. Foot division and shape language. You can either divide the feet into 3 parts or 5, depending on your needs and methods. The basic shapes help understand the overall feet structure well. This is further demonstrated in the blocking stage of the tutorial. Feet shapes around the world. Notice how many variations are there to it. Fascinating, right? Index versus ring finger. There are three possibilities given here. A. Where the ring finger is taller than the index finger. B. Where index is taller, and C. Where both are equal. There's an entire study in palmistry dedicated to the finger length differences. Proportions. Hand proportions can be A. Both palm and fingers being equal. B. Palm larger with shorter fingers, and C. Longer fingers with shorter palm. Feet proportion is 3:1 with larger base and shorter toes. This difference affects posture, balance, and stance. Just like faces, hands and feet carry emotional weight. Finger types. There are varieties in finger shapes too. The type A fingers are relatively straight and square at the top. The type B fingers have curved, irregular shaped fingers. And the type C fingers are round but bulky at the tip, slimmer in the mid and curvy at the base. Knuckles. Do feet have knuckles? No? Ha, how could you be so sure? LOL. How many knuckles do thumbs have? For sure, just 2 knuckles. No, it's 3. What's wrong with you, pal? Are you even human? Design tip. Feminine hands often curve outward from the wrist, while masculine hands bend inward or stay more rigid. Capturing personality throughout art styles. The shape, texture, and gestures of these body parts can tell us so much about a character's age, energy, lifestyle, or attitude, all without needing a single word. Adding such conditions into your character's persona will add extra depth to your story and character development. The way you draw hands and feet changes not just with character personality, but also with the art style you're working in. Realistic, semi-realistic, stylized, and tuned styles affect structure, line treatment, and gesture emphasis. Design tip. Feet in male characters often stay flat or plant heavily on the ground. In female or feminine poses, feet may lift, tilt, or turn inward for elegance or emotion. Flow and force. Without flow and force, the character looks lifeless. It plays a major role in making a lasting impression on the audiences, especially when animating the characters. Flow and force exists in everything and not limited to characters alone. Let's show you some examples. Here, the force is applied in backwards direction of bend, resulting in an opposite stretch force at the base of the palm or at the heel, in the case of the feet. Diagram B. The curled strokes show the force and flow directions. Also, if you check, there are multiple strokes near the wrist, which represents the squeeze and inward pull. Diagram C. The fingers from both the hands and the feet apply force inwards, causing the palm and feet to curl in. As we all know, our hands and feet can curl inwards, which allows them to change their width and shape. Diagram D. The fingers are spreading out, causing an outward force. You can also see tension building up, multiple green strokes, near thumb base and heel in both the diagrams. Diagram E. In this we see the flow and tension building up due to twisting mechanism of the wrist and the toe areas. Design tip. When designing a character, ask yourself, what would their hands or feet look like after a day of their life? Drawing tools in CSP. Here are some of the basic tools used for drawing and coloring. Step 1. Blocking. There are 3 methods as per my working style. Style 1 is the most common and the fastest, which I have already shown you. This involves first charting the flow lines, followed by adding ball joints, then using a sponge for palm and feet base blocking, and lastly blocking out the fingers directly. It's fast but gives less accuracy, good for quick gestures and rough works. Pro and expert level artists manage to pull off great results with this method, though. Style 2 involves primitives, eggs and tapered springs. It's a mid-level method which gives decent blocking speed but good quality output. Style 3 includes the items, bullet shelling, grenade, and Kevlar padding. This is a slight tedious, lengthy but very accurate method. Take any angle and you'll surely get great results. Step 2, perspective. We all know very well how ruler tools are best for blocking perspective. But CSP Assets Collection has even better options for quick and easy perspectives, with many free for downloading. Here are some of those free perspective grids I find classy and helpful. Their name screenshot is attached within my article. Link in the description below. Practice foreshortening. Overlapping cylinder method is the best for practicing foreshortening for beginners as well as pros alike. Notice how distant things taper away. Draw foreshortened gestures. Once you understand how forms overlap, it becomes easier to draw almost anything. Here are some examples for you. Style TO personality tip. The same character can feel completely different across styles. Step 3, Artwork. Sketch in 4 different art styles. This demonstration will teach you the power of variations, which creates a major impact in the overall appeal of the hand plus its gestures, force and flow. I start out first with the realistic style, moving towards more cartoonish feel. Pro artist tip. As your style changes, anatomy adapts, but personality must always remain intact. Whether you soften details or stretch silhouettes, the soul of your character is in the gesture, proportion, and purpose. Paint the hands and feet. Let's paint an image now. Choose a suitable art style and pose that balances plus highlights both of these topics equally. See how a quick gesture blocks the pose well. Notice the brush used. It's up to you which brush appeals well with your art style and working method. Most importantly, you need to have fun. After the line art, let's add some flats colors. Now we add highlights and specularity. Now comes the background. At first, I thought to add some grunge and patches to pop and balance the artwork. But the bokeh effect suits better, it seems. Final adjustments and we are done. Ta-da! Pro artist tip. When drawing gender-diverse characters, don't rely solely on anatomy, gesture tells the story. Drawing hands and feet in distant characters. Distant drawings have minimal details in the line art. Simplify silhouettes. Gesture over detail. What reads at distance? Chibi versus realism comparison. Focus on impression, not perfection. Draw using CSP 3D materials. Navigating 3D objects, use the left, center and right-click functions on the mouse for navigation. Clip Studio Paint has a great feature which involves using 3D materials directly into your art. It has a great library of items and character poses available for download. Use them either directly or as a draw over reference. Image posing. Select a photo, and let Clip Studio Paint's AI-based deep learning algorithm automatically pose the 3D figure for sketch overlays. For that, reach the Tool Property tab of the 3D figure and expand the posing presets in the Pose tab. Now, let's see a demonstration of how I used the basic 3D figure for creating a pie tag. You can find the finished art over my Instagram. Artists to refer. List of some great artists you can refer for inspiration. Tackling deadlines. When time is short, just stick to silhouettes and minimal details, block shadows for forms and set multiple small time-based targets. When have enough time in hand, add enough details and textures. Avoid over-detailing though. 5 bonus tips. Tip 1. Keep lines minimal to speed up the art process. Instead, add enough details during the coloring stage of your artwork. Tip 2. Build your own gesture library. Whether it's anime, movies, games, comics and art magazines or self-pictures. Tip 3. Turn these references into brushes. Tip 4. 3D presets. You can even turn these references into 3D presets using the AI feature of image-based posing the 3D figures in CSP. Tip 5. Sketchfab is a 3D marketplace which is free to use for referencing. No need to log in. You will find plenty of poses and detailed references here, which could be difficult to find or otherwise unavailable over CSP's official marketplace. Just type your requirements in the search bar and immediately it loads related 3D models with / without textures. You can hover horizontally over each thumbnail and see a 360 degrees view of the model. There are different viewing options given in the Model Inspector button on the bottom right corner of the 3D model window. For referencing, just set the camera angle and take a SS. Easy peasy. Mixamo is another such marketplace where you'll find 3D animated models. Just go to the Characters tab and select a character. Now go to Animations tab to check on different animation presets. Explore and have fun. Final thoughts. Hands and feet don't have to be nightmares. With references, structure, and smart use of tools like Clip Studio Paint's 3D features, rulers, and brush settings, you can draw them confidently, no matter the deadline or style. Be it superhero punches or ballet footwork, you're now equipped to handle them all. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. Make sure to check out other videos. Thank you for watching and be well.